In a world of AI, charging for your services by the hour is not only killing your time and your energy, but also keeping you behind everyone else. And that's why in this video, I'm going to show you how to exactly start charging higher to make more money and also impact your clients at a higher level without actually taking on a load of work that keeps most freelancers and newbie businessmen and entrepreneurs tired and underpaid in 2026. My name is Daniel Hogg, and I started my business attempts by teaching music. But soon I realized that charging my students a low recurring monthly fee was the worst thing I was doing for my business. And also for my students who were already too demotivated to want to continue another month. I knew I had to change something, but increasing my price solely based on an artificial value was not working. And also, I was living in a mindset of, isn't this too high of a price? Until one day, everything changed when I realized the actual problems with my approach to business, the lessons of which I'm going to share with you in this video. In order for me to help you make the transition from charging hourly rates like you're doing right now to charging highly priced packages, we need to first understand what value means in a business context. So then let me tell you a story to make this easier for us to understand. A 15-year-old boy wanted to help his family out as his mother was sick and his sister was too young. So to make some money, he took his brush out to the streets and started polishing shoes. $1 here and another $1 there. He finally managed to get $15 to buy some medicines for his mother. I believe that is exactly how your agency model feels right now, charging hourly rates, serving some immediate need. After about a month, this boy was exhausted as customers were easy to find, but serving each customer drained his energy fast. But then, out of nowhere, one fine day, a gentleman approached his boy and instead of getting his shoes shined and polished, he requested the boy's help to come to this person's shop and assist him with his visiting lady customers to try on some luxurious pair of boots. And for his time for this work, the gentleman was willing to offer $200 for only a few hours of work on that day. An offer that a little boy couldn't refuse. A high ticket offer for a little person who knew nothing about high ticket pricing. But through this experience, he realized that when we serve a particular kind of a customer with a particular kind of a problem, we can make more money than serving every other customer that comes our way with just a general problem. And that right there is the answer to how we can start changing the way we charge to change our lives and also impact the life of those special customers who we choose to serve. Let's break this down. Step 1. Stop limiting yourself to industry-based pricing, unless, of course, that's something that is determined by law. But if law is not in your way, why do we limit our pricing to what our competitors are charging? And that's why we feel stuck in a race to the bottom. Customers constantly negotiating for a discount, citing the reason that the other person is charging lesser, isn't it? Instead, do this. Whatever your price is right now, say just for an example, say you charge $500 for a month of service. Think about what must happen such that you can charge $5,000 for a 3-month package. Suddenly, instead of $1,500 that you earn after 3 months, you're making almost 3 times more than that upfront. And I know what you're thinking. It's easy to say this. But when it comes to ground reality, no one is willing to pay that amount. And so in my next point, let me show you why that's not actually true. And saying that to yourself is why you're stuck. Step 2. Start filtering people to identify what kind of customer is worth more to you, such that you can be worth more to them. A dentist will say, I treat all my patients the same, no discrimination. A guitar teacher like I used to be will say, anyone can learn music, so come to me, I'll teach you. As business people, in exchange for money, we have learned that we must provide value to the society. And so we set out in servant leadership, which is very good indeed. And of course, we must treat all people with equal dignity as much as we can. But customers? No. No, because you believe all customers are same to you is why they fight with you for average rates and even more discounts. However, when you do the opposite, when you purposely differentiate, not out of malice, but to see which customer has a hidden pain inside their heart, which customer is tired of paying average rates to get average outputs, and which customer is looking for an identity shift, which customer needs the values that only you stand for, emotions and principles that nobody else will. To that customer, price is not a problem. To that customer, standing with you, supporting you, working with you becomes worth every penny that they spend. It becomes worth the money, the time, the effort that they have to invest to get results that they want. Because the way that you have decided to solve their problem is worth to them. But here's the issue. There are not many such customers out there, but there are enough. Your job is to find them and filter them and attract only them. Ignore the rest. Step 3. Have the guts to stick to your cause. Raising prices is not just about charging more for the same service. It's about deciding to not work with someone if they don't meet your standards, even if they can pay you in full. And in the beginning, when you're in need of cash flow, I understand doing this will be difficult. It'll be easy to falter, to go back to average pricing, to sell to someone who you can recognize early won't stick with you for the long run. But you feel like saying no to the money will lead you to bankruptcy. Resist. Money is definitely the need of the hour, but if you had lots of it, I'm sure you wouldn't want to do any of this, working for customers who you know don't appreciate you, or working with customers who you don't really enjoy putting up with. Rather, think of all the past experience that you have had with customers and try to remember the ones who did appreciate you. What did they value? Why did they value what you made for them? What can you offer them that they wouldn't be able to resist, which the average ordinary customer wouldn't even care for? And in this way, build something special. Put a high price on it, not because you want more money, but because you know how rare this thing you made is, that the right kind of customer, even if it's a few of them, can fulfill all the financial needs that you ever have. The hard work of getting to that place in your business is worth fighting for, rather than making some quick bucks hustling every day. And finally, step 4, be patient. This is not easy. For you to make something special that you can charge really high rates for, particularly for the special people who you chose to work with, all this is the hard work. Hard work not of the manual labor you're doing right now and charging by the hour. The hard work of going through temporary loss to keep your business pure. The hard work of talking to a lot of prospects to find a few who you identify are worth working with. The hard work of letting in a customer who you thought would be a great fit, but didn't end up being so. The hard work of learning from our mistakes and rebuilding from scratch our entire offer and business models. It starts making the difference to the few people who care and are willing to pay a lot for. Because ultimately, working with you rather than the service you offer is what is more valuable for them. I say these things knowing well that your life won't change in one day. I say these things because I can understand you're struggling and have an urgent need for money. And I say these things because I have been through them, and often time I struggle with them still today. But the sense of lack in us is what is holding us back for years. But had we decided years ago to learn what change we are capable of bringing about in the lives of the people who matter and how to stand strong with that change, such that making money is never a concern for us, that's when we truly build a brand that customers, the ideal ones, fight for. Until the next video, I hope God blesses you on your journey and gives you the strength and the guidance for the mission that you're on.